doesn't know who you are, introduce yourself to our viewers.
Hi everyone, my name is Christine and I am the owner of B.Baklava.
And baklava, what is it?
So baklava is a pastry that's made with layers of thin phyllo dough. It's like paper thin, and it's also filled with a nut mixture, syrup, and it's just a perfect combination of savory, sweet flavors. I do have an example of what baklava looks like.
Oh my goodness.
This is what our tray looks like. We do small bite-sized guilt-free pieces. Guilt-free, that's if you are able to stop yourself from eating the whole tray. But baklava is such a really luxurious dessert. It's decadent and it's the best flavors. So that's what baklava is.
So for anyone who hasn't had it, like, it's a must try in your lifetime. I think.
Yeah.
Anyone who's eating, right?
Definitely, yeah. It's a lot of cultures know about it. Armenians, Greeks, Albanians, the Turkish people too. So I do know that a lot of families have grown up having baklava for special occasions.
What motivated you to start making baklava and selling this to the public?
So it really started from my marketing class in college. It was a new product assignment. And I went home and began working on it. And I really wanted to figure out new ways to sell and create baklava. And my mom sat down with me asking what I was doing. And she started explaining to me how when I was a baby and she was a new mother, we were living in California at the time, her boss had asked her if she ever made baklava. And she said yes. She went home. She actually called my grandmother, who lived in New York when she was alive, and my grandmother instructed my mom step by step how to make it, and my mom did, and she took it to her boss, and she had one tray of the baklava in one hand and me in the other. So I felt like it was always a part of my life, and I really wanted to share that experience. I wanted to give back to my mom. She pretty much raised two little girls on her own. She did an amazing job. I'm so proud of her, and I wanted to give back financially for all the hard work she's done, and also have my grandma live in spirit through our pastry business. So B.Baklava was created for two strong women in my life. The name was created for my grandma's name, which was Berjuhi, and it was Berjuhi Bakalyan. So B.Baklava kind of sounds similar to it. And I got into farmers markets. I saw the experience that was being provided. But the thing was, I never worked with baklava. I never knew how to make it. So when I had asked my mom to teach me, I had to write step-by-step instructions also, because it's a new product. It's a new dessert. Not many people have worked with phyllo dough. So I needed to create it as easy as possible. So I was selling baklava during farmers markets, and then I needed to think about getting a full-time job because I needed to worry about my own health benefits. I was reaching the age where I needed to provide it for myself. But now during COVID, I decided to sell these Boxlava kits. So I thought it would be like a fun, interesting way to spend time with a loved one, maybe unplug, do something new. A lot of people within the culture still have not worked with phyllo dough or made the pastry before, but this makes it so easy for anyone everywhere. I ship it to the US, and it just encourages people that they can do something new and different, and the end product is the best flavors. So what I get back in feedback is like, it was so easy, it was fun, it was delicious. I never thought I would be able to make it. So that was my passion behind it. I wanted to really encourage and also be able to give back. So with each sale, it's actually being donated a percentage to the Armenian Missionary Association of America's COVID response fund. So it's just a constant revolving door of support.
Christine, there's like so much that I want to delve into with you after everything that you said. And
Yeah.
First, let's rewind and let's go back to the fact that, you know, it's really inspiring to hear that your mom and your grandmother, two strong women, fostered this in you, you know, and now I mean, it's obvious that you're young and you're a thriving businesswoman who understands, you know, the changing times. So
Hmm.
talk about, more about your mother and your grandmother and all they've instilled in you.
Um, all they did was show love, and I think that first of all, my motto is share the love, and baklava is a great way to do so. It's just being kind to one another. I remember when I was in farmers markets, if I had any extra, I would go around to, let's say, a gas station, and there was a gas station attendant. I was like, "Hey, do you want a piece of phyllo dough? Like a spinach pie or something that I had?" And they would be like, "Yeah, sure." It was so we just really cared about being kind to one another and sharing the love. And I think that was the biggest thing that I've learned from my mom and my grandma. They're just good people. They're good-hearted people. They work hard. They provide. They do what they need to do for family, and that's what's instilled in me too.
I just want to say hi to Osneem. Hi, thanks for joining us.
Hey, Asneeb.
And, I think it's really important what you just said. And I'm a big believer in this that when you work hard and you do things from a good heart, with a good heart,
Hmm.
and you're kind and it's about love, then there's no way that you can't be successful.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, that's the goal. I really just want to be able to give back to my family and still provide that experience for everyone else to continue to share the love with each other. So, thank you.
And another thing that I want to talk about too is the fact that, you're using this to obviously it's a great activity to do with your family and your friends that if you're living with your friends.
Hmm.
Um, but the thing also is part of this, if there's more incentive for people that you're giving back and you're helping with the COVID response.
Right, exactly. And what I think is amazing too is I see that through COVID, everyone's in quarantine. And Ozzy, for example, another friend of mine, Jessica, they purchased these Boxlava kits to send to their friends just to say, hey, how are you? We miss you. Can't wait to see you. Here's a Boxlava kit to have fun, do something nice to spend your time during quarantine. So, I see it working in so many other ways too.
And let's get into the actual process of making the baklava. So I
Yeah.
see this, and just like you said, it's easy because when I look at that dessert and I see all the layers
Yeah.
it looks so intricate, I'm like, there's no way that I would ever be able to replicate that. But you made it.
Yeah, yeah. So my Boxlava kit, I have some things to show you here. So what I have in the Boxlava kit is the phyllo dough. This is a dough that you roll out. This has about 20 paper thin sheets of phyllo. I have your pre-measured nut mixture, whether it's, I have an almond one that I'm releasing pretty soon. I have walnut and then pistachio. So you can choose from those flavors. And then the syrup that's already pre-measured and created. So really all you have to do is follow the step-by-step instructions that I provide as well. And put it together in layers. It's super easy. And then you have your end product, which is the baklava.
Oh man, it's so worth it. I'm like looking at it. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna contact you after we speak on Instagram Live, and I'm probably gonna order like 100 boxes. But
I'll send you as many as you want.
thank you. So, also from someone who is an expert, what is the key or the secret to a really good baklava?
I think it's the recipe. I think that it's the proportion of everything put together, and that's what this kit includes. It's what my grandma put together and shared with us. So I really think it all is the recipe as well as the heart that you put in. I think the energy that you're putting into making the love and spreading it out. That's something that I have in my instruction. It's share the love, like spread it out, share the love that's within, and it's really the secret ingredient.
That's okay. So it's funny because I also do a segment every summer called Food Truck Fridays. And these food trucks always talk about the secret ingredient being love. And
Hmm.
these are successful food trucks, successful businesses, and that's real. Something that we keep going back to is love. And you can't fail. I think when love is involved, and so I love the fact that you put that in the recipe itself.
Yeah, exactly. I've seen products get made where it's like, oh, I don't feel like making this right now, and then it just comes out completely different. You follow the instructions, but if you don't have that enthusiasm and the love that is within you to make something, it's going to come out completely different.
Exactly, exactly. And Christine, in terms of the future of this company, um do you know where you want to take it? Do you have any plans that you want to reveal right now?
Well, I definitely want to expand the items that we create. Like, there's other ideas that I have. I'm not sure if I want to release all the information, but I also do have these walnut baklava truffles, which I think are amazing. So,
That sounds
um,
amazing.
yeah, I like to create new flavors. I also like to create new ways to make something. So I have other plans on expanding the line. Like, there's one pastry that's called kunefe, which is like shredded phyllo dough with cheese and syrup, and it's like, it's so good. It's, I guess, like, if you were to compare it with anything, it would remind you of a mozzarella stick because it's some kind of a breading and then melted cheese and crunchy but delicious on the inside. But it's made with crunchy phyllo dough. It's like an authentic pastry. So I would love to create a kit for that. I just want to expand the line as well. So I do have future plans. I'm excited to where it leads, but I want to start step by step and then have it grow organically.
That sounds awesome. I can just tell that you definitely have a bright future ahead of you. And also, I want to mention the fact that I'll be posting today a link to your information so that people can order a baklava kit,
Oh,
or like you
thank
said,
you.
yes, absolutely, and or give it as a gift because it's a perfect gift too. And like we were talking about with the love, and I'm gonna just keep driving the love home. It's We're all going through a really difficult time,
Yeah,
you know, different ways, but at the same time, it's still impacting all of us. And how would that feel? It's a regular Tuesday, Thursday, whatever, and you open the door and you see a baklava kit from someone who's thinking about you.
I think it's an amazing feeling. And I do have the option on my website to write a note to whoever you're sending it to. So I kind of personalize it. So when you open the box, you see what's in there, and then you read the note of someone who sent it to you. It's like, wow, what a thoughtful gift, what a thoughtful thing to do. And I'm gonna try this out. Like, it just creates that extra bond, and you feel special because someone's thinking of you.
Exactly. And you've changed their day. Maybe they
Yeah,
were just having a normal day, and now all of a sudden, everything just, it seems like it's going to be okay.
exactly. Yep.
So, Christine, I really appreciate you joining me. I do want to mention that we got a comment. The baklava truffles are to die for. Yep, Osnev, complimenting you on that. So I'm sure people will love it when they get the chance to try it. And is there anything else you want to add before we sign off?
I think that's all. I just hope that everyone stays safe and, you know, does what they need to keep their immune strong because we will get through this, and just share the love.
Share the love. If
Yeah,
nothing else, just share the love.
exactly.